Hey, what's up, guys? How are you? It's me, Hebot. Welcome back. I'm gonna do a video today because the situation at hand and the topic at hand that presented itself, gave me really no other real choice but to address the matter and the issues. And of course, this video is something that, if you guys know me and follow me, I don't practice this type of videos and I don't commonly do things like this because, one, although it may be about the gaming culture and community, it's not really about gaming. And for me, once it's not about gaming, as its pure self and form, it's a waste of my time. Okay? But when you get people that want to say things and make slanderous remarks about you without knowing who you are, even though they've seen you before and they've seen what you've done and how you do things, and know that that's not the type of person you are, but think they know just because of little things they see here and there, you have to speak out. You have to speak out, because if you do not do that, then they're going to continue to do it, and they're going to continue to try to degrade you as a person, your character, and what you stand for and what you represent. And as you guys all know, I'm not the type of person that stays shut. I'm not going to be quiet if I believe in something, or if I feel someone is doing something wrongfully. I'm not going to keep quiet. I'm going to say what I have to say. Whether people listen to me or not, or take the time to actually listen, that's a different story. Most of the time, maybe I say 70% of the time, they don't. So, in a lot of ways, it's still me wasting my time, but this is about principle at this point. So, the title of this video is going to be my response to Colt Eastwood fans. How dare you? Now, full disclosure, before I get into it a lot more in depth, this is not no slanderous attack towards Colt Eastwood, towards his crew, like Dealer, D-Bash, Tim Dog, any of those guys that rock out with him. This is not an attack to anybody that I will mention during the course of the video. This is purely to the fans that made remarks and comments about me without even knowing me, without speaking about to me, with seeing me in the community and never had the decency to at least say something nice or positive, or even shout me out or push my brand or anything I've done, but wanted to make sure that they came right in to have something to say about who I am and my personality and my person, or me as a YouTube content creator or influencer, right? In a negative way or completely out of context. So even to the fans of his that actually stood by my side and said, no, it's not how Hebot is, taking it out of context, it's almost, looks like a compliment, things of that nature. That's not to you guys, okay? The guys who I'm addressing are the guys that said what they said, and they know who they are, okay? And of course, I'm not going to be able to know all of them and say all of them, because, he has a lot of fans that follow him on social media, right? So, YouTube is a platform that was created for content creators, for people, basically, to create stuff that they enjoy, to have fun about topics they're knowledgeable about, or topics that they grew up with, or topics that they specialize in, and all kinds of things. But YouTube, like every other platform, is also in levels and brackets. You have your phenomenons like a PewDiePie or like a Ninja, and others that are, like mothers and kids that do certain things that, like that little kid that does toy reviews, that he has millions of followers. And then you have women that, use their body assets to do things that It's considered, you know, wrong in society today, but yet they do it on their platforms to get views, and they get a lot of them, right? That's what you call. That's what I consider the phenomenons. Then you have the in between, the middle, where they've grown their establishment, grown their brand because of what they do, because they have a following, whether it's because they specialize in specific things, or because they've been on YouTube since it first was created and started, or because they've gained the trust of certain people and things of that nature. And then you have what we like to call the underground, right? The people that are doing great content and that have the real knowledge, that know what they're talking about, that really can't have the presentation at the highest quality because either they can't afford it, they don't have the knowledge in how to edit or how to put things together, or because they don't have the backing, the sponsors, the sub count, the Patreons, all of those types of things that come with the territory, or the fellowship, or just the support from the community in general. That been there for many, many years. I can tell you one off the top of my head, Sega Man 101. He's been here for almost 8 years, and the man is criminally low subscribers, and all he does is talk about games and gaming, and as far as him as an example. And he's a retro gamer. He's a knowledgeable gamer. He knows what he's talking about. He's a root gamer. He's real. He's not scripted. He doesn't read off articles. He doesn't read off rumors. He doesn't read off speculations. He doesn't read off ramblings. He talks about his own personal experiences through the years with gaming, right? And yet he's criminally undersubscribed, right? And these are the guys that, to be honest with you, I've been following and that I see, and I compare them to the big guys like a Rich Review Tech or like an Angry Joe, and they run circles around them, right? They're extremely, extremely way better as far as the content that they provide than these dudes. Even though people like Angry Joe or people like Rich Review Tech, for example, have high quality content and do all types of stuff based on gadgetry and building computers and playthroughs and rumors and ramblings, whatever type of clickbait works for them, because that's usually what they do. Clickbait, and people come and support them because they're clickbaiting, or viewership begging, or guest begging to have guests on their show to talk to them, or things like that. Right now, the people, okay, that came on to the scene yesterday talking about jealousy, hating, salt of the comment I said to Colt. I clearly said to Colt Eastwood comment where he referenced that he did an article about how gaming has been affected with the whole situation with quarantine. And he was approached by an outlet or a site to do an interview, right? And I understand why, because he has a very high sub count. His presentation and his quality in his videos are excellent. There's excellent. He does great work as far as his presentation and how he does things. And for the most part, he is very positive with most of his stuff. He really is. No one ever said he was. And he has a lot of fellowship and viewership, or fellowship rather, on social media, like Twitter, for example. So the people that approached him, I'm pretty sure, approached him because they figure that he was a very important person on the community of Xbox. Okay? Which to his fans and his followers, he is. But that does not mean Colt Eastwood is the Xbox ambassador. Meaning he doesn't represent the entire Xbox or gaming community or the culture for that matter. And a lot of his fan base really act like if they were part of a cult. And I know Colt Eastwood is not the one making his fans react like this. Because a lot of Colt Eastwood fans are haters, like legitimate haters that don't like the guy, even though he's never said anything to them. And even though he's never attacked them, just saying like messed up shit, because I've seen memes of him that are horrible. And I've reported people sometimes and I've defended him because I think that's wrong, period, because I know it's been done to me and I know how it feels and I know how it is. Okay? For those of you that think I think otherwise of Colt, because I don't. I don't even know the guy. But the reason why I say what I say is because I don't follow Colt anymore. I don't push Colt's brand anymore. He doesn't need it. That's number one. Number two, I used to do it when he first came on the scene, and I've been here before he was. Okay? And he never reciprocated back with any of my material. Whenever I tweeted out a video I did or interview I did, whatever, he never retweeted it. And a lot of other people did that. Next Gen did that. Trap Gamer did that. Mooch did that. Boom has done that. You know what I mean? The only people that's done is very selective few, like Starboy and Jadzilla, Dazzler, Danny, Danny Boy, you know what I mean? Graphic God, Mr. 100. Other people that are either close to me or that keep it real with me. You know, E-Rock, Take It Forever, Welch, there's quite a few people. And I reciprocate back to them. Okay? Now, those are the people that I have the most respect for, because those people show me that they've entrusted me, believe in my product, and respect what I do. But the idea of the Colt Eastwood fan base that attacked me yesterday, right? And they didn't attack me personally, but they attacked me with the constant bickering of what I'm saying, making assumptions, saying I'm salty, jealous, hater, all those things. That if you don't follow someone like Colt Eastwood or Dealer or Boom or Mooch or Rich Review Tech or Angry Joe, somebody that's bigger in the gaming scene, then that means you're wrong, that you don't know what you're talking about, or that you're dumb, or that you don't care about gaming. Is ludicrous and retarded. Because yes, it's good to have positive Xbox stuff, because there's not a lot of positive Xbox content on YouTube, period. Most of it is just sarcasm, hate, indirects, stupidity, and positive Nintendo, PlayStation, right? Or PC. We all know this. So in that part, I'm 100% behind Colt because he does positive things. But if Colt doesn't reciprocate to me, I don't have no reason to reciprocate more for Colt. Because that just means Colt don't have the same respect to me as I saw and showed and shared towards him. And I'm pretty sure if Colt Eastwood sees this, he can't argue my statement of what I'm saying. He can understand where I'm coming from. Okay? And he has every right to, because he doesn't have to follow me. That's not even the point. The point I'm saying is that I did it to him. He didn't do it back. So I said no more. He has his fans, let them push his brand. I need to worry about myself, because no one's pushing me on his side. Okay? And they're not going to do that because they're just worried about what he does. Or the big guys do, the popular ones. So the idea of, unless you have a big sub count or high quality videos or a high quality following, is also ludicrous and retarded. Because there are many great content creators out here that not only do better content, even though it may be low quality, that are just as worthy as Colt, or if not more, because they are more in tuned and knowledgeable in the gaming scene. Okay? That's not an argument. That is a fact that cannot be discussed. Okay? Now, why anybody would think that is beyond me. But that has been the entire point that I tried to point out when I said the comment that I said to Colt in the statement that he made. Because, to be honest, when Colt put up what he said, oh, look, I did this interview. He didn't even say I felt humble that I was even approached. He just said, look, here, this is what I did because I'm deserving. Maybe that's the way he feels. And he has every right. But also, Colt didn't build his brand without help or without a window of opportunity, because he did. He was around people that already had established viewership, that have established following, and he was put there. And as he did the work in his channel, because he did put the work in his channel, no one else did it for him. It was a little easier in the process because he had people noticing from other people, and they kept pushing each other. Hey, look, go see Colt, go do this. And then obviously the people on social media. That's why he grew as fast as he did, because Colt Eastwood hasn't been on the scene as long as someone like me, Mr. 100, somebody like Direct Gaming, somebody like True Xbox, Xbox, which is Ghost Rider 730, or somebody like Sega Man, or somebody like Sega Forever, or E-Rock, or the Welch Gamer, or Microbox of X. All these guys, Big Kahuna, all these gentlemen, Livewire, even K-Mega to a certain extent. All these guys put in just as much hard work, if not more, right, with what they have, than a Colt Eastwood, than a dealer, or than someone like Rich Review Tech, right? With no sub, no money coming in because they don't have enough revenue to even make money, right? They put just as much hard work, or again, like I said, if not more, and get little to none as far as recognition. They'll get hate right away. They'll get criticized right away. They'll get critiqued right away. They'll get scrutinized right away. They'll get attacked right away. They'll get labeled right away. All the time. I'm living proof. As soon as I say something, boom. Hey, Granny. Really? That's the only thing you can say, Granny, because I'm an older dude? But yet I can own you being an older dude, and you can't even be on my level, even though I'm older than you? Really? That's weak. How come you can say something to me when it's something that you don't like or if you feel is negative, but when I say something positive, you have nothing to say to me and others like the ones I mentioned? And I know I forgot others. But there's plenty of guys out here, like I said, that do just as much hard work or more than these other guys. And they don't do it because they want viewership, or they want the followership, or they want to be recognized as the big dogs in the Xbox gaming community. No, they do it for the love of the gaming culture, because it's their passion and they're real gamers. They talk about gaming, not the speculations only, not the specs of hardware, not the rumors, not the ramblings. Yeah, that is fun in all due time. That is fun to a certain extent, but not all the time. And some of the other guys that are the bigger subscriber base, even Colt to a certain extent, that's all they do. So you're telling me reading off an article or a rumor, or because you get information before someone else, that deems you worthy or more qualified to be respected, to be acknowledged, and to someone to go sub to your channel and help you grow, because that means you're the real deal in gaming? Really? No, that's not how it works. Because if I can tell you all the historical, historical things that have happened through the years in gaming, every generation as it went on, with the knowledge, the respect, and the know-how that I have for gaming and the culture, then that means that I know what I'm talking about, because I respect the gaming culture and gaming as a whole, and how hard it's been to get to where it is. So you're not going to demeanorize me and tell me that because my channel has a low sub count, or because I don't have high quality videos like other people in the community that maybe have money to get better equipment, or because of their following, they're able to establish money to put towards their channel, which I can't even do that. For example, right? Because I'm not trying to tell you to feel sorry for me. I'm just showing and speaking as examples, right? Excuse me for the interruption. So, like I said, because I don't have, like I said, I don't want people to think that I'm trying to for you to feel sorry for me, because it's not. I'm just giving you the examples of how they are. Those are the facts, and that's the reality. Someone with a bigger sub count, with Patreons, with followers, with super chats, with all types of support from the community itself, can easily buy equipment and put it towards their channel to have better high quality videos and content. It's a fact. The same way you see a lot of places that have higher quality count that they establish interviews with certain people in the gaming community because they look to be more credible because people follow them. Because it's even in the industry, the big guys don't really go to the little guys, even though they can see their content, see that they're the real deal, and give them an opportunity. You'll never see, and I'm pretty sure that will never happen, but you'll probably never see somebody like Phil Spencer or Aaron Greenberg, maybe Aaron, come to my channel and let me interview them, even though if I gave them an interview, I think would be pretty sweet. And then I think it'll be, the community will appreciate it because they'll see what I can offer, right? Then that's just an example, like I'm saying. So, but you'll see it probably be more than likely and happen quicker than somebody like, let's say, in the case of Colt or, Boom or something like that, which their channel's growing. Obviously, because they're putting in the work, because they have the means to do it. So, excuse me for the interruption. So again, like I was saying, you cannot, and I'll say it again, cannot, and this is for the Colt Eastwood extremist fan base that are acting like the Colt Eastwood brand is a cult. And again, I know this is not Colt's fault. He didn't tell people to do what they do. People do their own stupidity with their own behaviors. Okay? Colt can't control none of these people. He's not that type of person. So, to you guys, you cannot tell me that only high sub count people or high quality video people have the more credibility because their channel speaks for itself based on the subs and the followerships and the viewerships, because that's not true. The same way you can't discuss and argue with me that they'll get bigger opportunities and faster to do certain things and get certain people in certain interviews and certain things, because that's also not true. It is true. You only see those opportunities approach themselves with certain set people with certain set of sub counts. Okay? Or that certain people, like my brothers over there at the TXR. They know people that know people, and that gives them a nice opportunity to establish certain things. But those guys are, pretty genuine and for the most part, and they're respectful and they're, they know how to carry themselves without trying to be, about being flashy or being the big dogs, so to speak, right? So, like to Invader and them over there, Megatron, my brother. Just like, PTK Bland. PTK Bland does great content. The man always does him and doesn't bother nobody. He's still always been around. I've supported him too. He's never really supported back, but I know he's a good guy. I know he means well. I know he's positive, which is one of the more important things. And, even though he's positive, he doesn't really get that love the way he deserves. He should, my brother, like I said, 100 and direct gaming. The list pretty much goes on and on and on. And again, it's not like I want to go back around in circles rambling, talking about the same subject over and over again. The point is that It was very annoying, sickening, disheartening, and sad, really, to be honest, to see so many people really fast come to attack me, to make assumptions, like if they knew me, or like if they've been supporting me for all these years and had a right to say something to me when they haven't. If you can't say nothing to me in a nice way, then you have no right to say anything to me about something negative or that you feel deemed negative. And if I've explained myself to you and told you the reasoning so that you would understand and you would not take what I'm saying out of context, you are the one that's supposed to understand what I'm saying to you, especially if I cleared it up with you and was clear enough to explain that to you, and not continue to assume that I was attacking you or that I was trying to act like I was innocent or anything like that. Because to be honest, I don't care who likes me on the YouTube scene. I don't care who doesn't like me. I don't care if you think I'm something that I'm not. I'm a very accomplished person, even though it may not seem so. And I've had a lot of failures in life, like anyone else. But I've accomplished many things. I have a very successful relationship of 23 years, still going strong. I have 8 wonderful children. Just to name a few things that I've accomplished. And each of my children, I have 5 in college, 2 in high school, and 1 in middle school. And they all are A students. They're honor roll students, which tells me I'm doing something right with their mother. Am I perfect? No, but I'm doing something right. Because the response or the results speak for themselves. I was a vocal music director for the drama class in high school for 4 years. I've done shows and opened up for other artists and sang and performed in front of 3,000 people. I've done parts as an extra in movies like I Am Legend and Be Kind Rewind with Jack Black. I've done documentary videos and been in documentary movies about action figures and the culture of Masters of the Universe for He-Man. I do movie theater installation. I have a computers technician's degree and a networks administration's degree. I'm self-employed in that sense. So I have many accomplishments. I don't have no reason to be jealous about anyone or what they do or their success. But I will say what I feel needs to be said when I see this mob mentality of information and incorrect information and following, like if some people are better than others and that are worthy more than others because they have certain things that are better than other people. Like in this case, better quality videos or better and bigger sub counts or following. That doesn't determine a great content creator or a great content provider. You guys are wrong. All of you that think that way. And it pretty much shows that you guys are like the biggest majority in society. Followers. You are all followers. You act like flocks of sheep and don't use your own mindset. And that's the sad and scary part, because that's the future that we have to be looking forward to with people like you that have been there always, but it seems like it's getting worse and worse. That if something's popular or someone's popular or, that's what you have to do. Or if not, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't count for anything. That's the weakest and most shallow mentality I have ever seen in my entire life. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't worry about it. If the shoe fits, oh well, get over it, stop crying. It's called life. Sometimes in life, when you say the truth to people, They can't stand it. They can't deal with it. As soon as I got on the scene here, I remember when I got on the scene, I was approached by certain people, and I had asked a certain someone, for something because I thought it was about the camaraderie in gaming, and I didn't know how YouTube worked. I didn't know all the frauds and the fakeness that there was around it with certain people. And Iron Wolf was the first one that I spoke to in a party chat that was on social media because I was following a Twitter stream or a Twitch stream that he was doing. And I remember the game he was doing. He was doing a stream with Shadow Warrior on Xbox at the time. And I always treated the guy with nothing but respect and kindness. And the first thing he started telling people was that watch out for this dude. He's an opportunist. All he wants to do is grow his channel using other people to help him. And I was like, is this dude for real? What the hell is he talking about? And he never told me to my face. But I was lucky enough to meet good people in the community that actually got to know me and listen and try to see who I was for as a real person. And they brought it to my attention and let me know and told me, yo, damn, why is he saying that? I said, I don't know. I haven't done nothing to no one. I've never once have you seen me on my channel asking people that I want them to help me and push me and I want to be in this person's stuff and I want to be in that person's stuff. You never once seen me do that or beg anybody for anything. All I've ever said, and that's been recently because it's getting really hard to provide content out of my pocket only because I'm not making enough money at the time. So I decided, let me try to do a Patreon or maybe even use my PayPal to see if people that like me and have the means wouldn't mind to help me. And I've always presented it as a choice from the kindness of their hearts. You've never seen me ask anyone. Because when I came on the scene, I'm not YouTube made. And when I say I'm not YouTube made, is I didn't get any of my knowledge or what I have or my popularity with anybody because of YouTube. And I never will, even if I grow bigger. I've been the real deal since I came on the scene. And no one could ever say that about me. Ever. I'm the underground. Alongside my brothers. Like Direct Gaming. Like Sega Man. Like Sega Forever. Like E-Rock. Like 100. You know what I'm saying? Like Big Kahuna. Like, many others that I'm forgetting to mention at the moment. Okay? And I'm fine with that. The same way if I know I grow, I'll be reciprocating back to those who helped me grow. Because it's funny how a lot of you even said in the comments that I don't contribute anything to this community, when half of you don't even know all the things that I've done and shared and given to people to help them out from the kindness of my heart, which I don't like to mention because it doesn't matter. That's not either here or there. I'm just saying as an example because a lot of people can vouch for me and tell you that I have contributed back in many different ways and moments. The fact that the blind community didn't see it or haven't, that's your fault. That's your problem because you're blind. You're too busy worrying about the big guys and not the little guys. You see how that works? It's real simple. It's very, very simple. You haven't seen and paid attention because you're worried about the big dudes, the popular dudes. That's it. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. So for me to say what I have to say, just like I said, that somebody like Colt Eastwood doesn't speak for the entire Xbox community. Those are just facts. That's not me hating on Colt. That's not me being jealous. And that's not me being salty. Those are facts. The same way I don't represent the entire gaming community, even if I had Colt Eastwood's sub count or viewership or followers. I'll be the first one to say it. I'm not the gaming community ambassador, the ones, who you have to be following. No, no. I would be the first one saying it myself. The same way I would have never allowed anyone to say anything to someone saying something to me directly. I would have been the first one to say, hey, listen, it's between me and him. He already gave me an explanation. You guys don't have to say anything. It's fine. Okay, Colt didn't do that, but then again, why should he? He can't control people. They're going to do whatever they want, right? Same way, but I'm talking about, to give you an example, that's just how I do. That's how I operate. That's how I do things. I'll tell the people themselves, listen, you don't got to say nothing. I'll deal with it. I'll handle it. Because that is called mutual adult respect. Okay? So, anyway, I've talked enough. I know many of you ain't even going to stay to the end to listen. And that's fine. That's what keeps making you slow. But I know you're going to be the first ones to go out in the comment and say whatever you want to say. Like, oh, you're salty, you're hating, you're just damage controlling. Quite frankly, I don't care. You think and say whatever you want. Because no matter what I do, you're still going to think it. That's the unfortunate reality of human nature. I just do me. But I'm not going to stop speaking what I say and believe in when I think and feel someone is wrong on their statement, or someone is wrong on what they believe in, or that they are getting attention like they're the only ones that deserve it, while others stand beside and don't get it. I'm going to speak out and say what I got to say. I don't care what anybody says, and I don't care if other people make response videos trying to talk to me, because it's not even a response video. There's no reason to make a response video to this, because I didn't say anything wrong about anyone. I'm speaking clear, loud, and how it is. If you don't like it, that's nobody's fault but your own. So again, thanks for stopping by, guys. I've rambled enough. I said enough. If you stayed to the end, I appreciate you. Love you very much. Thank you for all your love and support through all the years. I hope to continue on with this and adventure with you guys, and that you guys keep believing in me, keep respecting me, keep understanding me, not jumping the gun, misunderstanding me, and thinking I'm some type of hater or criminal or asshole or dickhead or any of those things, because I'm not. I really ain't. I'm very classy, very humble, and really down to earth. Okay? And I'm passionate about what I do. And there's a very big difference between passion and being an asshole. Very, very big difference. So guys, sorry for this type of video in a time where this shit shouldn't even matter. Because right now, with the craziness going on in this world, it's really, really sad. And really, this should not, the only thing we should all be worrying about is getting better. Okay? And making things better for the future. Now, I will say one more thing. One of the reasons why I said that to Colt as well, too, with that article, is because Colt, me, or anybody is not in a position to know how this pandemic has affected gaming. Because we're not analysts and data storers in any of the companies of what's going on right now, or in the field of how things are selling in the gaming industry. But I will tell you that a lot of the people that you see gaming now are only doing it because it's something fun to do that they can do with their children and other people, which I think is great. But once all things get better and everything gets back to normal, hopefully, a lot of those people, they're going to go back to being what they always were. Just casuals that really didn't respect the culture in gaming. So the bottom line is, nothing that Colt could say, or me, or anyone else, is going to be a valid answer. Because the point of it is that there's too many variables. People with families, people with works, people that don't have the time to sit down, people with kids that have to do homework all day through the computer. My kids, I have 8 kids doing computer school sessions in the morning and in the afternoon, Monday through Friday on their computer. I barely get to use my games, to play my games, even though I'm able to stay home more because of that. Plus, my kids work in essential jobs, so I have to take them from work back and forth when they need to go to work as well, or when they get picked up, as an example. So if you don't see me gaming, it's not because I don't want to game. It's because every situation is different for everyone. So there's not a real right answer. You understand? And I truly feel that no one, not even myself, could qualify to really have done that interview. Because it's a general it's a general question with too much of an answer and variables. Can't do that. That's not how it works. They needed to ask multiple people to get all the different perspectives and different sides of that topic or that question. That's the reality of it. See you in the next one, guys. Love you very much. Peace. Love you very much. Bye.